But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, I feel like so when I played it originally when it came out, I did the thing where I just marathoned it overnight. Um and there's just a lot of bits in it that I just don't remember.
Oh,
So
how are those
I
bits
think
going?
this is my total of like a second. This is my actual second like actual playthrough of the game. Because when the Remind DLC came out, I think it was the next year after 3 came out. I didn't like replay the game, because I had recently played it. I just played the DLC. So now, going into it, I'm really enjoying it. I like the game a lot. It's very I like the flashy combat a lot. The only thing that I could say that like I'm not the biggest fan of is it's just way too easy.
Yeah,
It is easy.
I heard a lot about that when it came out. Of like, this game is fucking easy. Just bait.
But yeah, I love it. It looks gorgeous. Like a lot of the Disney sequences.
That game
look
came
straight
out
out of the game.
Yeah,
the
they do.
movies. Sorry,
That game came out 18,
19.
19. That's right, because I remember hearing somebody played Sekiro and then they played Kingdom Hearts, and they were like, it's very interesting to go from this game is fucking ball blazingly difficult to this game is bitch baby easy. So that must have been an interesting dichotomy.
Yeah, an interesting back to back there.
Yeah,
I remember the things you can do in that game, like summon Disney rides.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
that sucks.
Does it?
It's way too flashy, not enough substance, and I think that's what dulls down
Not
a
enough
lot
control?
of combat moments. Yeah, it's just
too
spectacle.
automated.
Yeah. Oh, very much.
I remember it wearing thin later in my playthrough, but now that like I'm still earlier into it, I don't think it's too bad. You can choose not to use it.
Yeah, I did. I stopped after a bit. I was like, I'm done.
It's not like a forceful thing.
Reminds me of,
Go ahead.
Reminds me of The Force Unleashed 2, where you basically had, if you press like triangle and circle at the same time, you had like an insta-kill move, and you could do it on any basic enemy. And I just remember discovering that like a couple hours in, and then doing it for the rest of the playthrough and not liking that game because I was 13 and had no self-control.
Yeah, it can also like your screen of like your that the command menu that's like the bottom left of the screen that has like your attacks, your magic and everything. Whenever you do a certain amount of like hits on an enemy, a nice little triangle command will pop up, and sometimes it can be a lot that like pops up for you. They actually later in the game, from what I remember, they do a bit kind of playing off of that, just to kind of show you exactly like the scale of what you're doing. And I thought that was really cool. I haven't gotten there yet in this playthrough, but not only have I been replaying Kingdom Hearts 3, I think I told you guys in Snapchat, but I now own a PS3 copy of the 2.5 remix for PS3, so I hopped into PS3 to see how it played, and guess what?
Yeah?
It's still Kingdom Hearts 2. It still fucking
there you
plays
go.
great.
There we go.
The only issue I've had with it is I thought the load times would be a lot worse. The only case where the loads are a bit oppressive is whenever you go into a drive form. It takes fucking forever to load into a drive form.
Really?
Yeah.
And the drive forms, those are the changing costume, and now you have two blades and
Yes.
and it takes forever to load into one of those?
So
That's an
whenever you
in-gameplay thing.
Yes, exactly. That's why it's weird. So whenever you played, it took maybe a sec, because like he does like those little orb
Like
around him,
flashes
and,
white, right? Or
yeah, a quick little flash, and then you like do some like area damage to enemies around you. In this, that takes like 5 whole seconds. Just of him standing there and everything in slow motion.
Oh, okay. So it's not like the game like starts running poorly. Is that what happens, or
That thing
like is it like a heavy frame drop every time, or is it like just like the game kind of pauses?
It just extends the slow motion. Everything is still moving around you.
Oh.
And from what I hear is that some people still take damage while doing it. I haven't run into that yet.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Interesting. That kind of sucks. Are there trophies?
Oh yeah.
Oh, very nice. He's gonna get another platinum trophy for Kingdom Hearts 2.
Of course he is.
Look at this fucking guy. This fucking guy.
That's me. I'm the Kingdom Hearts guy.
Well,
yeah, that's me. Connor, do you have anything?
I have almost exclusively been playing Shadow of the Erd Tree, At the time of this recording, I am basically at a crossroad of bosses. I've done all the exploration I could find myself out in the open world. I certainly missed some stuff because there's so many different crooks and bends that lead to entire different areas and dungeons that I know many moments I would see two different ways to go, and I would go one way, remembering to backtrack to go the other way, but I definitely messed up at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
So you, having explored so much of this DLC and done so much, and basically, pretty much to the end of this, right?
I don't know.
Or close-ish to the end?
Close-ish,
yeah, okay. So I'm sure you have just an iron grip, a complete and full understanding, because you've played so much and it's presented in front of you so well. Just an iron grip understanding of the narrative of the DLC.
I've actually hit some very big moments, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah, and you know all of the points and why they're connected and all these
No, as a matter of fact, I hadn't gotten
Interesting.
I hadn't gotten to the area where you find that out. I've gotten everything else, though. It's pretty good. Yeah. And I see you sitting there all smug and like, I'm making a point without really making a point. Just being cocky. Being, what's the tongue-in-cheek? Is that the proper term?
Pretentious is probably a better term.
Probably a better word, yeah.
Because I am being pretentious, but
Well, there's...
y'all, my end of y'all's stream has paused, so I don't know what's going on.
Has it paused or
it says stream paused, Tavin Bothel minimize their application, sit tight.
Why can't I?
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Are y'all wired in or no?
Yes, we are wired in. It's just there was a tab covering the thing. Did it fix itself?
No.
Okay. Fantastic. I love that.
Well, just vamping while we move. Oh, there we are. Perfect.
Okay. Great.
Connor, did you have anything else to add for Elden Ring DLC?
No, just that the bosses are more numerous than I thought.
Very difficult as well.
Very difficult. I hadn't even gotten to the
They do not
final
give you a single break.
No, they don't. They kick my ass. This game has done it's probably the hardest I've had in general with a Souls-like game in a while. I mean, Sekiro had some points where I was pretty stumped. And of course, Elden Base Ring did. But for the most part, that was bosses rather than just sometimes I fight normal enemies and I have problems getting by them because they kill you so quick, which is a good thing. It makes me stay on my toes. It's kind of like when I first played Dark Souls games, Dark Souls 1 specifically. I like that.
Don't want to get too into like detail for when we do the review.
That's all
but
I'm saying.
I too am just switched from trying to fight bosses to just exploring.
Yeah. Well,
gotta grind.
You do got to grind, especially for something in particular.
What could it be?
The thing that everyone seems to not be engaging with, at least those that complain a lot, it's something that increases your
the
fragments.
Deku Tree shit.
Interesting.
They're called Shadow Tree fragments.
Exactly.
Cool.
It's spelled SC, but there's like some Welsh language shit going on, so you actually pronounce it shat, like it's sha, like shadow. But it looks like it's not pronounced that way. Linguists over there at FromSoft, they actually do that a lot, where there'll be like words and origins and linguistics and all that nonsense.
What's that character type that starts with a P in Bloodborne?
P. Pat.
No, because it doesn't sound like P. If you just said the name, you would not think it started with a P. It's a pterodactyl situation.
It's like Kumeria Labyrinth, like something
Maybe.
like that. I think it's a labyrinth.
Fucking From Software expert over here. Look at him.
It's a single letter. I can't remember a single letter to know what I'm talking about.
I don't know nothing about no Bloodborne. I don't know. I didn't play that game.
And it's a weird word. I can't remember it.